Is Peaced, and today I'm going to be doing way too early NBA season predictions because it's like week one of the season, and the first two games have been played. Like first 2 days of games have been played by the time that I'm making this video. So it's a little early. We may not know exactly what's going to go down, but I'm going to make some predictions anyway, right? Why not? This is going to be everything going over the whole season to the end, basically. And yeah, let's get right into it. All right. First up, we got the Eastern Conference standings. So, what I've got here, number one, Milwaukee Bucks. I think it's obvious they were number one seed last year with just Giannis, Chris, and now they added Dame. They got rid of Drew Holiday, but I think Damian Lillard is a little bit better and adds more of what we need to this team. So I don't know. I think that the Bucks are going to be on top of the world this year. I think this is the number one team in the league this year for sure. At least that's what I hope, because I am a Bucks fan, so I am a little biased maybe. But also we got a new coach. Exciting. Second, I got the Celtics. Celtics got really good too. They added Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, and those two guys are going to make a big difference. They were, again, already the second seed. They saw everyone around them was trying to get better. So they're like, you know what? Let's do it too. They did lose Marcus Smart for Porzingis, but they got a better point guard, in my opinion, anyway. So I think they'll be fine. Number three, we got the 76ers. This one I could see them going lower, honestly, just because James Harden looks like he does not want to be there. But I think Embiid will be able to drag them there the whole season again. Just by flopping or whatever he happens to do. I have no clue. I'm not a fan, so I don't watch the 76ers regular season games, but they figure a way out to get there, and I think they'll be there. Miami Heat at number four. This is a team that usually doesn't care about the regular season that much, but they're coming off a finals thing. I think they're going to be pretty confident. This team seems to just try and get into the playoff, and that's when they start to care. But I think they'll be good, honestly. Jimmy Butler is playing the best he's ever have in his entire life. Bam Adebayo too, and I don't know. I think they'll be around there just because some of these other teams, I'm not really sure who even else. It's kind of a top four loaded little thing here. In all honesty, I don't see most of these other teams even really making a threat. Number five, we got Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs. It's Donovan Mitchell. He'll find a way to get to the playoffs. They've also got Darius Garland. Good little backcourt of guards there. And I think they'll be pretty good this season. Not they seem to be a regular season team to me, just based on what happened last year, and I feel like it might be more of the same. They're going to be great, have some star power, show up there, and then that'll be it. You know, number six, we got the New York Knicks. This team, I was thinking maybe could have gotten better, maybe traded the five, even maybe the four with the Heat. But for now, I put them here just because it feels like Jalen Brunson kind of carries. Julius Randle's not bad at all either, but Brunson feels like the guy over there. And I don't know. They're all right to me. They just don't have anyone that like really pops out. You know what I mean? Not like a superstar like these teams ahead of them have. So that's why I put them there. We got the Pacers at seven. This one they jump a little bit to me from what they used to be. I think they'll have a good year. Honestly, I think Bruce Brown was a good addition. Tyrese Halliburton, I think, is going to keep getting better and have even more of a breakout season this year. And I think they're going to be solid, honestly. I think the Pacers are getting better and they're trending upwards. So I think a seven seed play in berth, these yellows are the play in, these are the playoff like locks, and this is like the one seed, obviously, so I just made it blue. Um, yeah, and that next play in team got the Atlanta Hawks. They just seem to be mid no matter what happens. Trey Young is awesome, and he'll be great one game, and that seems to just really be the Hawks. Does Trey Young drop 50 points or not? And that's pretty much what it is. DeJounte Murray's pretty solid too. as a second guy. And I think they'll be about the same as last year, honestly, just kind of dead average, you know. Number nine, we got the Brooklyn Nets. I think this team is going to get better. I think Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges are going. I mean, they made the playoffs last year, but it's because KD and Kyrie, or I don't even Kyrie. Yeah, he was there for a bit of the season, but KD mainly was just carrying them for most of the year, and then they got traded. Um, so that's why they ended up making the playoffs. I feel like, but Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, I think they're gonna be good. I think they'll get better. They're two young dudes looking to be stars, but I don't think they have enough to push them over some of these other established guys already. So they're at nine for me. We got the Wizards at 10. Jordan Poole breakout year. This could be stupid. They could be dead last. But I just felt like Jordan Poole to me has potential to be something, right? Like he could blossom into something special. And just based on that alone, I'm like, you know what? Throw him in there at 10. Why not? Because these teams really have not too much going for them. I'll move myself up here so I'm out of the way. We got the Magic. They got Paulo Banchero. He's good. He's a good rookie. Or was a good rookie. He's good now. I like him, but I don't think he's anything crazy. I still don't think they're ready for a playoff berth. I think they still need some more pieces. They're 11. Bulls at 12. This one's rough. They're old. They're just getting worse and worse. It feels like DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic, and they got someone else down there. Lonzo's out for a while, so it may never come back, is what I've heard. So, to me, the Bulls, they're just old and they're in a really bad spot right now because I don't even think they're a play-in team. We got the Raptors. Again, they lost Fred VanVleet. They still have like OG Anunoby, right? And that's kind of it, honest. Oh, they got Siakam still. But they've shown that they were not really anything special last season, and I think they got worse. So, just for that, sorry. I think they're dropping all the way down here. We got the Detroit Pistons at 14, staying more of the same. Again, I don't think this team did anything to get better. They just feel stagnantly bad to me. Maybe Cade Cunningham improves a bit. Maybe they get a few more wins than they did last year, but I just don't see that. So they're at 14. And 15, the Hornets. This team is just a mess, man. I feel so bad for LaMelo Ball because he is genuinely really good. He's shown to be a star in the league. And it's been shown that it doesn't matter because this team will just find a way to get every one of their players in prison. And it's like, God, I feel so bad for Hornets fans, to be honest. Their new pick, to me, feels like a guy that's not going to be that great, to be honest. He's like a Paul George wannabe. It's like, if that's who you're striving to be for greatness, you may have an issue here. But yeah. All right, that's my Eastern Conference. Next up, we got the Western Conference. Um, Western Conference, what we got here? We got the Nuggets at number one. I think Jokic and Murray, a crazy duo. I don't think that that's going to change. I think they have a lock on number one. The Suns over here at two did get better, so maybe they could give them a run for their money. But to me, it's just this Nuggets team really good. I really like the Nuggets. I think they're an easy number one seed, to be honest. Because with the Suns over here, at who I've got at number two, they just it feels like it's going to take a lot to mesh, maybe more. Might have some injuries or people sitting out. Like that seems to be a common occurrence with people like KD and um, I don't know. They've got Beal now, which is nice, but there's only one ball. I still think they'll be great, the two seed, but not quite the best. You know what I mean? Yeah. Number three, you got the Kings. I think the Kings keep improving. They were three last year, and I think they'll be three again this year. I think they're a good team. I feel like they're more ready, right? It's less of a surprise. I feel like they're gonna be a team that is now like more feared. Like people actually respect them now, and I think that's good because I like them a lot. Um, yeah, I like the Kings. I like the Aaron Fox. I like what they're doing over there. They got a nice little system going on. Number 4, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is probably my biggest jump out of everyone in the list. Chet Holmgrom's coming. I think he's going to be a great rookie, honestly. And people like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander already getting way better. Josh Giddey getting way better. These are super young players, and I feel like people like Lou Dort as well. Team is just going to mesh at the right time. I feel like this is a playoff team this year, and I'm liking what the Thunder are doing because they still have so many picks. Like they're in a rebuild and about to be contending. I feel like, and I like what the Thunder got going on. So give me the Thunder at the 4 seed. 5 seed, we got the Golden State Warriors. This to me, it feels like Curry's not going to miss the playoffs ever. They're getting older. They don't really feel like they have a second guy. It feels like Kuminga might be the dude to step up this year, which would be cool to see. Klay Thompson keeps getting a lot worse. Curry's about the same. He's still a really great, amazing player, obviously. One of the greatest of all time. And who else do they even got on there? I don't know. It feels like they'll be a playoff team for sure. They've got some star power, but not tip of the top. You know what I mean? Next up, we got the LA Lakers at 6, squeaking their way into the playoffs again. LeBron, Anthony Davis. What else do I have to say? They'll probably make it. They keep getting older, but also some of the pieces around them are starting to blossom, like Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves. And for that, I think they'll just barely squeak out of the play-in. Next up in the play-in, we got number 7 seed LA Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George just cannot stay healthy. It's literally impossible for them, and I feel bad because they would be a good team, but it just isn't gonna happen. They got Westbrook, but Westbrook's a little older. I think they're a great team. They're just gonna have some injury issues, and probably around when it's not supposed to be a good time to have injury issues, and they will be the 7th seed. 8th seed, we got the Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies will have a very slow start, just due to what's it called? Uh, Ja Morant. That's his name. Sorry. Um, he's going to be out for a lot of the season at the beginning. I think they've shown that their backups and their other like reserve players, I guess, can win on their own. But I think Ja Morant is kind of what pushed them into stardom in the first place, and I feel like they might not be as special as they were the last few years. So they feel like an 8 seed to me. 9 seed, we got the Dallas Mavericks. The Mavericks are, ugh, I don't know, man. They have Kyrie and they have Luca, but everything around them just does not feel right. It doesn't really work for me. I guess they added Grant Williams, which might make them a little better, but man, they just fill the rest of the roster around those two guys with absolute garbage, and I feel bad for them, honestly, having to deal with that. They should be better than this, but they're not, and they keep showing that they're not. And this Kyrie Luca duo probably isn't going to be that great, honestly. We got the 10 seed, last play in team, New Orleans Pelicans. Zion's going to be hurt. When Zion's in, amazing team. When Zion's out, worst team in the league. It's actually kind of crazy. Brandon Ingram is good, though. CJ McCollum is good, though. But they just need Zion. And that guy is never there when they need him. So for that, I think they squeak a play in, and that's it. Timberwolves, I have falling off. Um, I don't know what it is. Something about that team just doesn't feel right to me. I know they have Anthony Edwards, who is great, and this could be a bad take, honestly. I think Ant might get really better and push this team to something else. But I hate the Gobert move. It's so stupid. It was probably the dumbest thing any team has ever done. Um, and that just set them back. Plus, it feels like no one on that team likes Gobert. They're all trying to punch him and stuff. And I would too. He seems like a douchebag. I've never been a Gobert fan. He just seems like a shitty human being too. And I don't feel like there's any reason why anyone would want to play on a team with Rudy Gobert. And to me, that's what brings the Timberwolves down. That guy is a fucking clown. I am not a Rudy Gobert fan at all. Next up, we got the Utah Jazz. There's nothing here, man. They have Laurie Markkinen. I think he really just popped off because it's like someone has to score on this team. You know what I mean? There's literally no one. they had a little moment of like, oh, we got a few wins last year, but then they fell back to earth where they belong. They will not make the play in. They're the Jazz. It's yeah, they're not good. We got the Spurs. Wemby gonna have a super overrated season. I see people like Wemby is God gifted to Earth to go win the championship 20 years. It's like Jesus Christ, dude. The dude is pretty average. I'm not gonna lie. He's not the most talented prospect I've ever seen. He's just tall, which maybe might not work as well in the NBA. I think he will be a great player. I think he'll be an all-star, future all-star for sure. But I don't think he's going to be the GOAT like some people are already declaring him, which is so stupid to me. And this season, that roster is trash, and he's not going to be like a crazy superstar his first year. So yeah, 13 for them. 14, we got the Rockets. There's nothing going on here. They got Jalen Green and they added Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet. That's not going to do anything. I feel like this team knows they're trying to lose, and then they still add pieces like that and pay them a lot of money. I don't know. It feels stupid to me. I don't like the Rockets. I think they're going to be pretty bad. And I think dead last will be the Portland Trailblazers. I think Scoot Henderson will be good. I like him. I think he is a cool, fun Ja Morant type, similar player to watch. However, they are not built to win right now. I'm gonna be honest. I think they got DeAndre Ayton. That dude does not care about winning either. um, yeah, this team is rough. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty bad. So yeah, that's the Western Conference. Moving on to the play-in. This is what we're all here for. First play-in game, Eastern Conference play-in. We got Pacers Hawks, the 7 versus 8 seed. I think this got labeled wrong, but oh no. They become the 7 seed because they won, right? Yeah, so give me the Hawks in this situation to become the 7 seed because they just feel like they can win a play-in game more than the Pacers. The Pacers feel like maybe a regular season fun new team to get excited about, and then they'll show up to the play-in and not really know what to do. Whereas the Hawks have been here before, I think Trae Young will find a way to win that. Give me the Hawks to the 7th seed. Wizards versus Nets. I think this Poole will gradually get better throughout the season. And give me Jordan Poole, man. I think that'll be fun. I think he'll put on a show. He's been here before, so have they, but like McCall and whatever, but they didn't really win. Um, I don't know, man. Give me that Wizards team. I think it'll be funny. Next up, we got the Western Conference play-in. Grizzlies and Clippers. Yeah, give me the Grizzlies. They were the 8th seed. I have them winning to become the 7th seed. Just because I think when Ja Morant gets back and gets in the groove of things, they'll be similar to their old self. Still a little worse than usual, but I think they'll be good still. And the Clippers are just so injured, man, and I feel bad for them, but they could never piece it together, it feels like. So yeah. Also give me Mavericks over Pelicans. Luka and Kyrie getting a play in win here against the team that probably has a missing Zion. But yeah, I think those two stars will be able to get that. Next we got Wizards Pacers. Give me the Wizards. Just because I think Poole fun. I really am cheering for him this year, to be honest. I think he's gonna be a fun little dude to watch this year. And I think Tyrese Halliburton and them may not know what they're doing. And Poole has some playoff experience, so maybe he can get a play and win as the guy over there. Maybe he gets a lucky streak of whatever to get into the playoffs or something. I don't know. Then we got next up Mavericks Clippers. Um, Give me the Mavericks. I think Luka and Kyrie squeak away to get into the playoffs here, just because they got a star power, and this Clippers team probably going to be hurt. They are hurt every single year right around the playoffs, and it just feels like they can never put it together. You know what I mean? So give me the Mavericks here. I like them to make the playoffs in that 8th seed. So now we got Western Conference first round. What do we got here? We got all right, the 5 versus the 4 seed, Warriors Thunder. I think this would be a fun team. I think this matchup would be similar to the Warriors Kings one we got last year, where the Thunder have the home court here, but they may not be the favorite, right? Just because the Warriors are, you know, they are older, more experienced, right? This Thunder team is probably just excited to get here to the playoffs. You know what I mean? So yeah, I got Warriors in 6, and I've got them kind of trading the Thunder going up, then the Warriors come in and be like, "What are we doing?" And then just win it in 6. Because I don't know, man. I think these Thunder are going to be excited to be there. Might squeak out 2 early ones. Um, but yeah, after that, I got the Warriors just because they have the veteran experience, and they showed that last year. And I think people like Kaminga and Wiggins are good at stepping up in the playoffs, whereas the Thunder don't really have playoff experience, like I've been saying. Next up, we got the 2 versus the 7, Grizzlies versus Suns. Yeah, give me the Suns in 5. How I got this is Suns win the first 3, Grizzlies win the last one just to not get swept, and then the Suns win it in 5. Just because Suns have so much star power, Beal, Durant, they got a better bench or better like rotation people. I think they got like Yusuf Nurkic or whatever rather than Aiton out there. And I think they're pretty good. And I keep forgetting Booker. Booker obviously amazing in the playoffs. Whereas the Grizzlies, they showed they can't really hang with some of these top tier stars. But they're good at winning regular season games. So yeah, give me the Suns in 5. And then we got Kings Lakers here. Um yeah, the Lakers, I don't know. They just feel old to me. They don't they keep feeling like they're getting worse and worse. And I know Lakers fans don't want to hear that because they're glorious GOAT or whatever, but they're getting older. They got swept by the Nuggets pretty embarrassingly, and I think the Kings are trending upward. I think the Kings are getting better, but I do think the Lakers will get some games in here, right? I think this goes to Game 7, and I think give me the Kings in a Game 7 this year. They choked it last year, but I think they can do it against this old team. That old team's going to be tired coming to Game 7 this year, right? With AD and LeBron, and I think they don't really have too much magic left. I think they'll squeak a playoff, but that's about it. Then we got the 1 versus the 8, Nuggets versus the Mavericks. I've got the Nuggets taking 2 at home, Mavericks getting 1 at home, and then the Nuggets winning the next 2. I think the Mavericks are capable of pulling one of these wins off, right? But that's about it. I don't see them being a super team, and I think that Jokic is just absolutely crazy and is not going to lose against a team like the Mavericks, which is just shown to be super inconsistent. So yeah, give me the Nuggets, the 1 seed. Yeah, I think that's a pretty easy pick. Next up, we got the Eastern Conference first round. I got some weird little stuff going on here. We got 76ers Knicks. I got Sixers and 6 just because, I don't know, man. It's Embiid. Assuming, I doubt Harden will be there, but maybe what they get from Harden will be nice. Maybe it'll make them better, you know what I mean? So just assuming all that, Tyrese Maxey is still good too. And the Knicks just don't have a guy. Also, Randall just falls off in the playoffs, and Brunson has to carry like crazy. And I don't think he can carry against a dude like Embiid, who's just superior. So give me the 76ers. I think the Knicks take a few, right? But yeah, because the Sixers will try and lose anything possible. But yeah, give me the Knicks or the Sixers. Sorry. Next up, we got the 2 versus the 7, Celtics versus Hawks. Um, I could see the Celtics trying to let it slip away like they did this year, and the Hawks going down 3-0 and then getting 2, and the Celtics being like, all right, we got to get this together, and then winning 1 here just to close it off in 6. I think the Celtics will dominate this series, but they'll probably just get lazy these 2, and that's why I have it like that. Next up, we got the Heat versus the Cavs. Um, Give me the Heat. The Cavs sucked in the playoffs last year, and I think that will continue. I think Donovan Mitchell will be good, and I think the rest of the team will shit their pants on live television. And Jimmy and the Heat just Jimmy doesn't lose in the playoffs, man. But I think the Cavs will take two at home, Heat will take two at home, and then the Heat just take the rest. Heat in six. Over here, this Wizards team, man, I think they come off some Jordan Poole magic, and that's about it. Really, no matter whatever team lands in this eight is not going to be good, to be honest. And they are getting swept by the Bucks here. All this team has is Jordan Poole, and this is Giannis and Dame, and this team is clueless. So, give me the Bucks. I think that's easy. Conference semifinals. This is for both conferences. We got the 76ers versus Celtics, 2 and 3 seed. Give me the Celtics in 7, similar to last year. I got it tying, the Celtics going up 3-1, and then the 76ers making a little pushback. Like, okay, we're going to lose Embiid if we keep sucking like this. And then goes to game 7, and the Sixers choke like they always do to the Celtics. Yeah, that's how I got that going down. We got the other Eastern Conference side. We got Bucks versus Heat, superstar teams. This is where Dame wanted to be, right? And I think the Heat are a good team. I think the Bucks go up 3-1. Jimmy pushes back, brings it to a game 7, and the Bucks eventually take it. Jimmy's just going to be worn out from trying to carry that team on his back like he always does in the playoffs. I think the Bucks take it this year. The Bucks and Heat always seem to trade which years they win. So yeah, we got the Suns versus the Kings. Again, another one in 7 I got here. I got Suns in 7. I think the Kings are going to show up, man. They're going to show up fighting, kicking, and screaming against this team. But the Suns, like I keep saying, just have too much power, too much star power. And the Kings, De'Aaron Fox showed to be a true superstar in those playoffs last year, and I think he'll continue that trend. And I have them trading every single game. So, yeah. Suns, Kings, Suns, Kings, Suns, Kings, Suns. I don't know. I think it'll just be back and forth, blow after blow, until the Suns get the final punch out there in Game 7. Then we got 1 versus 5, Nuggets versus Warriors. Give me the Nuggets in 6, man. I think Curry will put up a fight and won't get swept or anything. I think he'll get more than one win. I think they get the first 2 at home, actually. Maybe they figure something out, right? And then the Nuggets just punch back and they're like, all right, we're here for real. You know what I mean? So, yeah, give me the Nuggets in 6 against the Warriors. Next up, we got the conference finals. All right. So in the West, we got Nuggets versus Suns, the 1 and the 2 seed. I don't know, man. I think this goes to 7 either way. This is going to be crazy. I got the Nuggets going up 2-0, then the Suns being like, hold up, going back up 3-2, and then the Nuggets make a little comeback here, push it to 7, and win it at home. Because the Nuggets are just crazy, man. I think this will be the biggest challenge the Nuggets have had. They didn't really have a crazy one last year, and the Suns got better. I feel like they got some more depth, another star. But I feel like the Nuggets will be able to push him over the edge this time. Kevin Durant's a little older, maybe. And give me the Nuggets in 7. Here we got Bucks Celtics. These two teams always seem to be going back and forth. I got this Bucks going up 2-1 here, and Celtics clapping back and going up 3-2. Then the Bucks finishing it off, knowing we got Dame, we got to do something to keep Giannis around. We need another chip, right? And Giannis is going to be able to push it over the edge this time in 7. Give me the Bucks. Give me Giannis. Over Drew Holiday. I think both of these teams made significant improvements and look really good. I think this would be an amazing series. So would this one. So yeah, that leaves the finals to be Nuggets Bucks. And I got the Bucks in 7. Lots of 7-game series I got going on here. I think a lot of these teams are super tight in ability. They've shown that throughout last year, whatever pieces they picked up. So give me the Bucks in 7. I got Giannis going crazy. They go up 3-1. The Nuggets push it back to a game 7, and the Bucks figure out a way to close it. Maybe Giannis drops another 50 burger on the Nuggets, and they get a way to do it, right? Give me Giannis, Finals MVP, his second chip, over this Nuggets team, and yeah, because the back to back hard to do, right? Give me the Bucks. I like it. I think Bucks are the team this year. Finals MVP Giannis. MVP of the league. I got Jason Tatum. I think the Celtics are going to be great. And I think Tatum is finally going to put it together in the regular season. I don't see voting is so narrative based in the NBA that it really isn't who the best player is a lot of the time. And I think they're going to be bored of Jokic, bored of Giannis, and bored of Embiid because that's been the race for the last like 4 years, right? So they don't want that anymore. They're tired of it. And they want a new guy in there. And they always seem to think it's going to be Luka. It's never Luka. Just because their team might suck. Give me Jason Tatum at MVP. I don't know why. Something about it just felt right to me. He's the second seed, and I feel like he has a breakout year after what happened last year. People trying to hate on him or whatever. I don't know. Give me MVP Jason Tatum. Defensive Player of the Year. Give me Giannis. It's Giannis. It's hard to really predict this because it always seems to kind of just be someone like out of the blue. But this is a guy easy to predict. You know what I mean? I think the Bucks have the best record. I think they have a great defensive squad, even with the gaining of Dame. And maybe people are like, "Oh, without Drew, they're still good on defense because Giannis is just that good." Give me DPOY Giannis. Next up, we got Rookie of the Year, Chet Holmgren. This little weasel-looking dude. I don't know. I feel like Wemby's going to have an overrated year, I'm going to be honest. I think he's probably the easy pick to make here. And I just feel like it's going to be overrated. And I think this Thunder team is going to win a lot more. And he's going to contribute to winning more so than Wemby will be. And I feel like maybe Wemby might have better stats, but I think Chet Holmgren might win it, honestly. He's coming off his second year. So he's a little older, a little more experienced, right? I mean, like, he didn't play at all, but he maybe got to learn the NBA system, right? So give me Rookie of the Year, Chet Holmgren. Sixth Man of the Year, Bobby Portis. I think the Bucks are going to be far and away the best record in the league. And I think Bobby Portis is going to have more of an impact now that we got rid of some other guys like Grayson Allen or whatever. Not that he's filling a guard rotation, right? But he might get more opportunity. He might actually start, which could ruin this pick, but I doubt it. I think he'll be coming off the bench and better than ever. Give me Bobby Portis. We got most improved player, Jonathan Kuminga. Something about it felt right. I saw him averaging like 30 points per game in the preseason, and usually you can't go off that, right? But I feel like someone on that Warriors team is going to need to step up for them to actually be good around Curry again. And I feel like Kaminga just is right about ready to do it. I feel like he's always had the talent to do it. And something about it just makes me feel like he might win this award, which would be awesome. So yeah, next up we got Coach of the Year, OKC dude. I don't even know his name. I was just going based on which team had the biggest leap, right? Because that's who they usually seem to give it to. And I see that Thunder team making a big leap this year. So give me the OKC guy for Coach of the Year. And yeah, fuck this fat man for probably ruining my dreams somewhere in the future. He's probably going to end up winning it against my predictions. He's going to beat my Bucks or something. Someone else will probably ruin my Bucks' day, but fuck this fat guy. I don't want him winning. Look, like and subscribe if Jokic is epic and so funny. All he does is race horses. That's so funny. All he wants to do is race his horse. Shut the fuck up. I don't want to see anyone talk about Jokic's fucking horses again with his man boobs. I'm tired of seeing this shit. I love him. He seems like a good dude, but also I fucking hate him because he ruins my basketball season every year just by being this fat little guy. I don't like it. And it's so old seeing all shit where it's like he doesn't even like basketball. He just plays with his horses. I don't give a fuck what this dude does in his off time. I'm here to watch him play basketball. So yeah, the Mr. Man Boob closing the video out here. Um, yeah, thanks for watching. Smash that bell button. I don't know how to do that stuff, guys. It's embarrassing. But yeah, thanks for watching. Genuinely, peace out.